But let's head around, see if we can't find that Pokeball, grab ourselves an Oran Berry. In the process, yeah, nothing more that way. But in order to get to that Pokeball, we are going to surf. And we are going to surf right down here. And down here we can find an elixir. I will definitely take that. And I might actually use that at some point. But not anytime soon. Not for Pokemon like this. Alright, so what I do want to do now is head into the green path. Green path, pattern bush ahead. Now, oh, alright, yeah, sorry. I got a little confused because I'm like, aren't I going in? Yes, I'm going into the pattern bush. Now this place has a ton of bug Pokemon and a ton of bug Pokemon trainers, along with a couple other things, but for the time being, I'm going to see if I can't find me a new bug Pokemon. Oh my god. Are you serious? Are you being serious right now? Oh my god. That is a Heracross. That is awesome. Can I catch a Heracross? Game, are you going to be incredibly nice to me? Not quite. Well, Heracross uses a Fury attack. Yeah, it's not very effective because I'm 3 times your level. Holy crap, a Heracross! Heracross is the bug Pokemon that I wanted to get. We'll try a Pursuit that shouldn't do too much damage here. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Horn attack. And you're not going to do too much damage to anything my level. For the time being, okay. That's going to have to do it. Gonna have to do it. Freaking Heracross, what am I doing? No. Nobody else come in. Ultra Ball. I'm considering using the Master Ball. This thing is awesome. I love this thing. 1, 2, 3. Caught it. I will take it. Freaking Heracross. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. Heracross's data was added to the Pokédex. There it is. It's apparently a single Pokemon. It's almost 5 foot tall, weighs 119 pounds. This powerful Pokemon thrusts its prized horn under its enemies' bellies, then lifts and throws them. Give a nickname to the captured Heracross? Indeed I will. As suggested by Templayer, this is going to be Broman. Broman is going to go into the PC for the time being, but we might be seeing more of Broman later on. Heracross is a damn good Pokemon. It will show up here 20% of the time, regardless of which version you are playing. It has fantastic physical attack. It has pretty damn good special defense. Pretty good speed as well, pretty good defense, and pretty good HP as well. Its only weak point is special attack, but as you have seen with Fistamich, when you're not using it, who cares? As a bug fighting type, though, it is particularly weak to flying. 4 times weak to that, so I'm going to have to be very careful with Broman if I do choose to use them. Also, 2 times weak to fire and psychic. Psychic kind of bummed me out a little bit with that, especially since it is a bug type, and I would love to use it against psychic types, but once again, might have to be careful about that. In terms of other Pokemon that are available here, there is Spinarak. Spinarak is new. It is a spider type. As such, it is bug poison. Spinarak in and of itself is it's a little spider and it sucks. It's not as bad as Sunkern, but it's still pretty bad. Its strong point is its attack. It will evolve, though, into Ariados, which does have better attack, but still not a good Pokemon, in my opinion. It's also pretty slow. Not as slow as Sunflora, but still pretty slow. Ariados will not be here, but Spinarak the unevolved form will be. If you're playing Fire Red, it'll show up here 30% of the time. If you're playing Leaf Green, it'll be here 5% of the time. Kakuna is here a lot. If you are playing Fire Red, 20% of the time. If you're playing Leaf Green, 5% of the time. Caterpie and Weedle will be here in both versions of the game 10% of the time. Each time. Each game, I should say. Then Metapod will show up 5% of the time in Fire Red, 20% of the time in Leaf Green, and then finally Ladybug. I'm just going to say Ladybug, even though it's Ladybug. Ladybug will show up 30% of the time in Leaf Green, 5% of the time in Fire Red. It is a bug flying type, which makes it 4 times weak to rock and 2 times weak to flying, fire, electric, and ice. So not necessarily my favorite. It does have pretty decent special defense, but that's pretty much it. It will evolve into Ledion, which is better, more special defense, a little bit better speed, but it's still bug flying and still can't really attack all that well, especially with bug or flying moves, which is its weakest stat, physical attack. So as a result, I'm not that big of a fan of Ladybug either. Really, the only thing that you want here is Heracross, which I got, and I am very happy about that. We'll head up, we'll take out the bug trainers. There are a lot of them around here. I bet you think I'm just some guy, don't you, eh? I do think you're just some guy, and you're probably pretty bad, youngster Cordell, with your bird Pokemon. I thought he was going to have some bugs out front, but either way, we're not going to have too much difficulty with a Farfetch'd. Down goes the Farfetch'd. Not difficult at all. And hey, look, he's got a Farfetch'd. How'd you get 2? The only way to get them legitimately, at least in the first generation, was to trade for it. So I always thought, oh, if I have to trade for it, it's got to be awesome, right? Nope. Not at all. But down goes the second Farfetch'd, and we have made it up to level 66. More attack, more speed. That is what I like to see. That almost rhymed. If it was an Eminem song, that would have rhymed. But down goes youngster Cordell. I bet you think I'm weak, don't you, eh? Apparently he's Canadian. But down he goes. Anything else to say? Yep, you townies come around also dandy with a hat that flashy. How about giving me that? I'm not giving you my hat. It's kind of a trademark that I have, actually. All right, we'll head over here. I'm curious, how do you raise your Pokemon? With an iron fist, and they seem to love it. Pokemon breeder Bethany would like to battle. She has a Chansey, which has eggs, and therefore makes sense with Pokemon breeders. Don't think anything harder than that. All right, I'll go for a Body Slam. Chansey has a ton of HP. Primarily used as a special defensive wall, though, so physical attacks would be best, especially fighting moves. But I don't have Broman leveled up yet. We'll do that at some point, though. Broman will see some action. You raise your Pokemon with a whole lot of love. I can tell by the way that it completely kicked my ass. I'm just going to take your money. In the same way your mother raised you full of love, you should raise your Pokemon. Actually, my mom kicked me out of the house when I was 10 so she could have sex with a local professor. We will just continue on. For those of you wondering, I cannot make out a pattern in this pattern bush. Feel free to look it up and tell me if it resembles anything to you, but to me it just kind of looks like a maze. But over here we can find our next opponent. I got a bug Pokemon that lives only around here. I wonder what it could be. Bug catcher Garrett wants to show off what he caught here, and it's his only Pokemon. It's a Heracross. How did you catch it? You can't catch a Pokemon unless you have a Pokemon. Aren't those the rules? Like I said before, 4 times weak to flying, so we're still not going to get a chance to show off how good Heracross can be, but just you wait. Just you wait. Yeah, I get a lot of experience for taking out that thing. Isn't my Pokemon awesome? You lost. You should say that if you win. If you wipe me, then you can say that. Why did that sound so wrong when I said it? There's a girl near the bush who measures Heracross for trainers. I'll probably measure Broman up with her at some point. Let's continue on trying to stay out of the grass as much as I can to find you. I love bug Pokemon. That's why I'm here all the time. Am I the only girl like that? It might be a little strange in the girl community to say that you like bugs. But, Joanna, I would like to kick your butt with your one bug Pokemon, Snubbull. Snubbull is not a bug Pokemon. It's a bulldog Pokemon. I know it is a normal type. I had to look it up because I'm not too familiar with all the Pokemon from Generation 2 onwards, and Snubbull is Generation 2. Apparently, somewhere along the line, they decided to turn this normal dog Pokemon, a bulldog Pokemon, into a fairy. This is not a fairy Pokemon, I'm sorry. Just because it's kind of fluffy doesn't make it a fairy Pokemon. It's a normal type Pokemon. It's got a pretty good attack, but it's pretty damn slow. It does evolve into a Granbull at some point, which is a bigger bulldog type Pokemon. Pink bulldogs, but still a bulldog. And it gets more attack, but not much more speed, and not much defense. So as a result, I would not recommend this Pokemon. Just hard to do it. Hard to do it. And down goes Joanna. I lost, but I'm still laughing. Am I the only girl like that? You're starting to become annoying. And I hate to say it, but you're not the only girl like that. Give me my money. I'm going to keep on collecting bug Pokemon. I'm starting with 0. I'm not even going to say it again. Let's just get away from her and let her assume that she's the only girl that likes things. And head over here. Look, there are funny patterns on the ground. Once again, I don't see it. I've looked at an overall picture. I don't see any patterns. I don't know if it's like a Japanese kanji thing. I don't know. I have no idea. But youngster Nash wants to fight. He's got a Weeping Bell. We have seen you before with your acne at the top of your head. Down goes the Weeping Bell. You don't even need to wait. Weeping Bell is not going to be strong against Lord Yawn. Not at Lord Yawn's level. And he's gonna use another Weeping Bell. He knows how I've never used like my 2 Zubat or my 2 Tentacles at the same time. It's just not something that I need to do. It's not useful at all. Why have 2 of the same thing? Doesn't make any sense to me. And here comes a Victory Bell. The third and final evolution of this somewhat useless line, if you ask me. I much prefer the Oddish line to the Bellsprout line. Maybe that's just me, though. Give me my experience. Now, I'll call it a day. Go away, Nash. Super awesome! Really? That you couldn't take out my one Doduo? The funny patterns on the ground. They look like the patterns on my grandpa's clothes. What? That clothing is just plain weird. I do not see it. All right, we'll head down here. Kind of avoiding people as we go. Will he see me from here? I don't want to step in the grass. He doesn't see me? You guys are dicks. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Look at all the bug Pokemon. Yes, they are everywhere. And there's quite a few varieties here. More than were in Viridian Forest, that's for sure. He's got a Venonat out front, which is not one of the Pokemon here. I don't know what the deal is with all these Pokemon trainers. Very excited about bug Pokemon, but not having anything here. There's going to be a lot of them. We've already seen some. There's going to be more. Down goes the Venonat, though. Just down it goes. In comes the Venomoth, which, like I've said before, is pretty good, but not necessarily the best type for what it's good at. Another Drill Peck, and down goes the Venomoth. Really wish you guys would have higher levels so that this was more effective. this training that I seem to be doing. Down goes Vans. I got beat while I was still busy celebrating. What were you celebrating? That there are bugs? Because you really could be doing that anytime. You don't need to be in a forest for that. I'm going to bring my little brother here next time. Sure, why not?